Hello everyone, Jeff with the Green Review. Let's talk about gravitropism. Gravitropism is a plant's response to gravity. A positive gravitropic response is when the roots grow down, and a negative gravitropic response is when the stems grow up. Sometimes when you get a bare root plant or a bulb that's been stored for a while, you'll find that plant growing a little bit and you'll see the gravitropic response. In this case, I have two crocus sativa bulbs. This is the saffron crocus, and you can see that this one is sending out its stems upwards. This is the negative gravitropic response. And this one is trying to do the same thing. The bulb was stored upside down, so the new growth is coming out with that negative gravitropic response, the same as this one. They're both trying to grow upwards away from gravity. This bulb was stored upside down though, and so it's trying to grow the wrong way, sort of. It's growing properly in the right way. But when you plant this bulb, this corm, you should plant it actually correctly so that the corms are in the right position. These stems, the new growth here, will turn and grow back properly. Some plants have a real strong gravitropic response or negative gravitropic response, and they'll grow quickly. You lay them on their side, and a few hours later they'll be pointing upwards. Others, you lay them on their side, they don't do much at all. But these will turn and grow the right direction. If you were to plant them like this, so that the stems could continue growing up, you'd be planting the corms upside down, and that will cause trouble. The roots will have to grow over the sides of the corm, and then the corms will have to try to regrow the new corms, not regrow, but grow new corms, and they will have to be right side up. So it really causes a lot more trouble. But if you just plant this one correctly, and with the corms in the right position, the new growth will turn and come out of the ground properly. So if you find your bare root plants or your bulbs that have been stored and they are showing a gravitropic response, go ahead and plant them in the correct position and let the stems grow and the roots grow in the proper direction on their own. A lot of people will use, instead of gravitropic, they'll use the word geotropic, which is towards the ground. But that's not the proper way to think about this, because if you had a geotropic plant, it would be growing towards the ground. That way we all think all the ground is flat, they're going to grow up. But if you have mountainsides and if you had a geotropic response, it would be growing out sideways or towards the ground, and that doesn't make any sense. The plants will grow with the gravity, not towards the ground or away from the ground with the negative geotropic response. So don't use geotropic, use gravitropic. And if you have plants that are showing a strong response, that's great. And if they're showing a strong response and you're putting them in the ground or planting them, put them in the proper position. And this is Jeff with the Green Review. Thanks for watching.